Hello and welcome to another bad review. Today we are looking at He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Minicomic Collection. This was put out by Dark Horse, and it's a really heavy book. It's not as tall or as wide as you would think, but it is a very thick volume. Now, it collects, I think, all of the actual original comic strips, or the little mini-comics that were inserted with figures. Even some of the She-Ra ones are in here. I've got to say, it's a really cool collection. It collects a lot of the newer stuff from the relaunch. It even has the New Adventures of He-Man books where He-Man was in outer space, and that was an awful idea. But yeah, the art styles vary considerably, but there is some amazing work in here by some really talented artists and writers that were actually pretty well known at the time. I've got it right here in front of me, and you know, some of the earliest books were from before they introduced the Prince Adam character, and He-Man was just a barbarian that had left his tribe. Takes the earliest, the 1982 line, and mixes it up later in the actual progression to the Prince Adam stories that came later that introduced new characters. It was really amazing to see some of these with the remastered art and higher quality paper. It's just amazing. I'm really happy with it. I'm a little concerned about the binding of the book. You can tell that that's not their strong point. So I would be a little concerned that the binding will give way. But other than that, I think that this is definitely a great book to get if you're a Masters of the Universe fan. So, like, for example, there's art by Mark Texeria. So if you're a comic book fan, it's got you there, too. If you're a writing fan, then you'll probably recognize Gary Cohen's name. You'd have to be a little more hardcore for that one. Stephen Grant, Bruce Timm. So yeah, the quality is amazing. The art is very good. There's lots of different styles, a little something for everyone. There are some small essays interspersed that really kind of add some flair to it. Interviews, that sort of thing. And I think that really does bring a lot to the table for the book itself. So there's a little bit here for everybody. Even the She-Ra fans will find something in here that they like, because the She-Ra mini comics are included. And I had never read any of those. I didn't read any of the She-Ra stuff, or any of the later comic books for that matter. And also included is Return from Terror Island, which appears to be an unfinished, kind of forgotten, unpublished material. So that was really cool too, and it's even got the little comic script at the back for Ring of Dreams. So if you're a diehard He-Man fan, you need this book. It retails for about $30. You can find it cheaper online. I highly recommend it. It's got everything in there from the mini comics, and it's a great trip down memory lane. There are a couple books that Dark Horse has put out. There's a character guide and an episode guide for the animated series. And I think this is definitely one of the ones you should get if you're going to get any of them. The character guide's definitely really cool too. But I would say this is a must-have for the real Masters of the Universe collector. So aside from my concerns about the binding, I really have no issues with the book. It's weighty, it's a hefty read. It might be a little difficult for younger people if you want to introduce it to your kids. It might be difficult for them, so you might have to read it with them and hold the book. But again, bonding time is always good with the kids. So I would definitely get this. It's a nice quality book, but it's Dark Horse, and I'm rarely disappointed with Dark Horse's quality as far as production goes. So yeah, I definitely think this is a must-have for Masters of the Universe collectors. So that'll do it for this one. As always, thanks for listening, and we hope you join us again for the next episode.